then we'll also have tea. Because here we say any time is tea time. Okay. Okay, Karibun, which is under the Tea Act. And this organization was created in 1950. So first of all, my name is Philip Cheruiyot, and I'm the Corporate Relations Executive. And as I was saying, Tea Board of Kenya is the government body responsible for overseeing the development of the tea industry in Kenya. Yes, and it is an organization that was created in 1950. And but for the tea industry in Kenya, of course, I think commercial cultivation of tea was done in Kenya from 1924. Although the tea itself, the first tea that came to Kenya came in 1903, but commercially 1924 with the colonial administration then. So since then, of course, when we got our independence in 1963, the tea cultivation of tea was now open for the citizens of this country, and that is why at the moment we do have the smallholder growers, or the people we call wananchi, or as we like to call them now, wenyenchi. Yeah, so at least now tea is grown both by the multinationals and the citizens of Kenya. The role of the Tea Board of Kenya. The Tea Board of Kenya is basically involved in two roles. One is to regulate the tea industry, it is in charge of the law that is including licensing and registration of anybody who deals with tea, and two, promoting Kenya tea, both locally and in markets across the world. And I think Kenya covers about 170,000 hectares. Yes, that was. So exactly, and our tea is grown mainly in the islands, central part of the country, and the western part of the country. So, in fact, we have tea a few kilometers from Nairobi here. We have some tea which goes all the way to the Mount Kenya region and the western part of the country. And maybe the other information to say is that with regard to the Tea Board of Kenya, this is our headquarters. Yes, and then we have the office in Mombasa, which is handling trade. And I think that is the East Africa Tea Trade Association, which I told you about, is in Mombasa. So we also have an office there to provide the services to the traders in Mombasa. Yes. And then we have two field offices, one in the central Kenya region, and the other one in the western part of the country to handle the field. The field activities. Maybe the only thing to say is that 377 million kilograms. The factories that are licensed to manufacture the tea. For the smallholder subsector, which is actually run by the Kenya Tea Development Agency, we have about 65 factories, and we for the multinational groups and other private operators, we have about 40. So we have slightly over 100. I think around 109 now. 109 total for number of factories. Yeah, but the smallholder subsector under Ktda is bigger. Yes, and actually, just to say that the factories under Ktda is licensed by the Tea Board of Kenya. It is called the managing agent. But the factories that they run are independent. They are companies on their own right. So they provide the management and marketing of the smallholder tea subsector, but the factories have their own directors and they manage their own activities.
What is your role to determine the price of green leaf tea?
Yeah,
the role of
Tea Board of Kenya. Yes. Now, Tea Board of Kenya actually does not have any role in terms of determining the price. The price is determined by the market, and we don't have that direct role in terms of pricing. because the agencies that handle tea and the tea dealers who are licensed, the prices are determined in the market through the auction, depending on the prices that come through the auction. And for those who sell it direct,
yes,
they determine their prices as per the market.
Okay.
Yes. Of course, initially, from the initial period, the government was involved that time. Yes. Yes, but what has happened over the years is that like those years, the government had lent their support, because to build a factory is a very big project. Yes. In fact, in some years ago, Kenya Tea Development Agency was actually a parastatal that time. It was Kenya Tea Development Authority, but it was changed later on to Kenya Tea Development Agency, which is actually owned by the farmers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ktda, Kenya Development Authority. Yari parastatal, n'ubwo yari ifitwe na leta n'abo baturage. Ariko ubu ngubu yabaye agency kubera ko yabaye privé noneho furu. Ariko mbere ngo yari icyo gihe rero numva ko leta yashizemo ingufu nyinshi.
So in terms of the moment the expansion of factories, what has been happening is that for a factory to be built, of course, Tea Board of Kenya must provide the license, and there are requirements, which requirements include the availability of the tea that is going to be supplied to that factory, and that normally there is the requirement that has always been there is a certain number of acreage. I think we've been using about 250 hectares as a catchment area, so that it supplies into the factory. So at the moment, as they have been expanding, what has been happening is that one factory which has got maybe it has less capacity because of expansion, these farmers will be involved in creating the other factory next, so that the other farmers now can go to the new factory. So the funding will still comes from the existing factories to establish other factories for the farmer. The initial period, of course, they will be getting either maybe the loans, and also the existing factories will also contribute to establishment of new factories. Yes, that is it. That is correct. So for us, actually, the issue will be just the requirements, as long as the requirements are met, because as we handle the issue of ensuring that the facilities that are created, that are built factories have got the tea. There are also other government agencies that are involved, like the National Environment Management Authority. But all the requirements are obtained from Tea Board of Kenya. If somebody wants to come now, we will have forms that they'll come and fill. We will ask them to bring their feasibility study that to be able to confirm that the factory that is going to be built is going to have full capacity there, because it is an investment, and we want investments that can be able to be sustained. Okay. She's Precious Mwangi. She's a finance and administration manager. Yes. She's the person who takes care of our finances and yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Right along the value chain. And therefore, the food on its part, we have a technical division which oversees and carries out inspections to ensure that they are complying with the industry code of practice. They are observing good manufacturing practices, and that they are following good husbandry. Then we also have support from Tea Research Foundation of Kenya, who are now the research arm for tea food. And I think you know Tea Research Foundation. They have been selling a lot of tea varieties to Rwanda. So you already know them. So we work with them also in terms of giving advisory on how to apply fertilizer for high productivity. Yes. I think you see Kenya tea generally is high quality, whether it's produced at the largest state or the smallholder sector. But the smallholder sector has got a blacking regime which which ensures very high quality. They produce top grades, and that is where they pluck 2 leaves and a bud. If you pluck more than 2 leaves and a bud, then obviously the quality will be different, but you have to.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Introduce our managing director, Kariuki. She's just joined us briefly to say jambo and just share a few words with us as we proceed.
Thank you very much. For me, really is to welcome you. I trusted the team which works with me to take care of you. The issues you'd like to learn a little more about. The teachers, they are the better teachers than myself because I am here and I'm there. But because you happen to have time between my meetings, I'm running meetings, other meetings in my office. It is good you came still in the office so I could come in and see you and say jambo. But also to welcome you to Ktda and to Kenya and to the tea industry. But also important for me at my level is to communicate that we have had ongoing interaction and communication with my counterparts in Rwanda. And we have been meeting in international meetings with the officers, and we have been meeting in the markets. But now, with the East Africa community, it's becoming almost a must for the community members to work together. It therefore means when you're here, effectively you are at home. You should feel at home when you are in Kenya. And sometimes when you look at the prices in the auction, your tea and that of Kenya, that sounds like my mother tongue. So we can even communicate. I can almost speak what you're saying. When we go to the market sometimes, we actually find your tea in more conspicuous place. You can identify Rwanda tea faster than you can identify Kenya tea, meaning we also have something to learn from you. And the best way to learn is to exchange as opposed to one side teaching you. Nobody knows everything. And hopefully in the future, in the very near future, you'll actually be seeing my team or myself coming to Rwanda to also see what it is you're doing on the ground. I have an outstanding invitation from your OSIL for the last 2 years, so I will be coming with my team. But again, to demonstrate how closely we must work together under the community, I will be putting together an association of the tea boards within the community. And because my government has given me clearance to put up that together, I'm in touch with, say, my colleague in Rwanda, and I'm waiting for them to give me feedback for us to start cooperating and collaborating more closely. Because then that way you get to get a lot of information without necessarily even having to physically come to the country. But because I know that you have made some progress with the team, I will perhaps stop here. For me, it was just to make a statement that you welcome and that we want to work together, because by working together, we inform each other of what's happening, and we become better producers of tea. And as a region, then we are able to get out to the market and promote our products as if they are from within the region. Therefore, we work together. And wish you a very interesting stay in Kenya. Okay. Now, the tea board is comprised at the top management, that is the board of directors. It has representation from the smallholder, meaning that when the board is making any new regulations, these regulations are subjected to the board, and they go and consult with the farmers, and the farmers give their views. In 2007, the government appointed a tea industry task force. Then that task force went around the country, collecting views from all the Kenyans, and especially the tea farmers, and they said what they wanted, what their aspirations were. In fact, at that time, they said they wanted us not to operate from Nairobi, but to also have branches up country. And we now have Kericho office, and we have Embu office, and we are also in Mombasa. So that kind of interaction we see now brought on enrichment of the work that the people does. The other challenge was on the high cost of production in terms of labor, that is furnace oil and electricity, and also now the internal labor costs within the factory itself. So then now after that the industry looked at those issues. I think you have heard about the mechanization of blacking of tea in the estates, yes. And then now with regard to electricity, they introduced a project cleaning the tea industry. I think it's also in a place where they are coming up with mini hydropower. The other challenge was on tea promotion and marketing. Kenya relied on only a few markets. So the industry then got together and they have been spearheading those tea promotion and exploratory markets trips to get more markets. For instance, now we have China and the Commonwealth independent states countries like Kazakhstan. And the government also gave the tea board some grant to spearhead tea promotion. The other institutional one was relating to the board membership, which I had talked about earlier. The membership of the board of directors at the tea board of Kenya. So that one, I think that is being realized now. So that is going to be implemented now. Because this review, the recommendations were to be implemented over a period of time. So we are still in the process of implementing.
You continue to show in developing, in promoting our tea growers and tea industry in Rwanda.
Hari amatimu atandukanye yaje mu bihe byahise.
Some of the teams came in the past.
Ibyo bakuye hano twagerageje kubishyira mu bikorwa, ari byo byaduteye kugaruka turi equipe complex kugira ngo twige byinshi kurushaho.
We have implemented some of the lessons from here, and that's why you find many people coming now, because they heard that or they experienced what you have, others have learned here.
Isomo rikomeye rero tubakuyeho tubigiyeho no kuba nk'ikigo cya leta kibona subside za leta mudaharanira gusa inyungu za leta ahubwo muganira inyungu kugera kuri wa muturage kuri wa muhinzi w'icyayi wo hasi.
So the lesson now that you captured from you is that an institution that is subsidized by government, that you work for the interest of the farmers and not the interest of the government.
Natwe nicyo tugiye gukora nk'abavugizi b'abahinzi b'icyayi kugira ngo nayebu nk'ikigo cya leta nacyo cyongera imbaraga mu kugira umuhinzi kugera ku rwego rw'ibanze.
And we are going to do the same in our country, that our NAEB, I told you, the National Agricultural Export Authority, that it has to work for the interest of the farmers before looking for government interests.
Nk'abateye intambwe rero igaragara mu kubaka sekiteri y'icyayi, mwemere dukomeze kubavuna tubigiraho byinshi bitandukanye.
As you are ahead in terms of promoting the tea industry, you helped us and you continue to ask for you support. So please don't be maybe what? I don't know how to say it.
Yes.
You have to continue to support.
Cooperate and assist you.
Yes, because we need your support.
Okay.
Tukaba tubizeza ko ibyo tubakuyeho tugiye kubishyira mu bikorwa kandi ejo tuzabahamagara kugira ngo dusangire umusaruro wabiturutsemo.
We promise you that what we learned, we are going to implement it, and we will report to you how we are improving.
turabashimiye rero mukomeze mube intumwa nziza z'abaturage muhuza abahinzi b'icyayi na leta kugira ngo wa musaruro kandi ari nawo ufasha leta nayo kubaho ukomeze wiyongere.
Yeah, well, thank you very much for the support you continue to grant for us and for the farmers, and that you continue to play the role of linking government and farmers, and that you are adding value to the income in your country, in the farmers also, and we count to continue to build a good relationship with you. Thank you very much.
Okay. On behalf of the MD and the tea board, mine is to thank you very much for coming. The fact that you are here in a big delegation shows that you have great interest in the tea crop, that you want to grow the industry. We welcome you and we are very grateful to be with you today, and we are happy that we have shared what we know. We know that your tea is very high quality, and as the MD said, I think we should also come sometime to learn to get that high quality. And we wish you well in your plans to develop the industry further. And I thank the team here, and I also thank you very much for being the bridge between us and the guests.
going on with the
17 on bid. 13 on bid. 378. 140.
it's divided, Chai.
140.
Yes.
Alright. 140. Lot 63. Okay. Thank you. Lot 64 is a tier 1. That's 28 here. Bid here. 164. Bid. This tier 1. 86. Bid. Bid. 164. No bid. 65. 65. Bid. No bid. 66. Thank you very much, sir. Lot 67. 380. No king. 2 global. Thank you. Go Kadir. Price 380. Lot 65. Thank you. Going to see your price. Thank you. And and go there for 20 and lot 70. CKO buying at 8. Thank you very much. Can I have it? I got 5. Thank you very much. That's 1, not 84. Can I start for 10? 84. Selling not 84, that's 1. Can I get it? 410. 48, 45, 392. Can I start $4? Let me start $4 here. 24. 4 here, 4 here, 4 here, 6, 6. Is that it? 6 here. Alright. Dot 84, 396, MC and thank you, sir. 8, 398, 398. Run far and MC there for 20. Thank you. Going on, sir? Thank you. Same buyer, same price. And going on. And going on. Thank you. 98. To run far. Thank you. And MC there for 20. Going on. Same buyer, same price. Not 87. Thank you very much. Bumaita BP1 not 88. 92. Bumaita BP1 not 88. 92. 90. Bid on this BP1. How much? Can I have 82 someone? 82? 78 on bid. 78 on bid. Can I have 80? 78. 78 to Cargill and LB?
Yes.
420. Thank you.
Yeah.
And she's going. 17. Cargill and Global there for 20. Thank you.
Yes.
She's going on. With Ranfa there for 20. Price 370. Thank you very much. This PF1 on 91. Bid. For 91. Can I have 85? For 91. Bid. 85. How much? Can I have 80? Someone? 80? 378. 78 on 91 to CKL. Thank you. Yeah. Yes, sir. This is going on. All the way. Thank you, sir. I got it. 392. I mean, not 92. 380. Global. Thank you. 8 can I have. 8 can I have. Oh, sorry. Yes. Thank you, sir. Yes. Got 93. 380 global. Thank you. Yes. CKL. CKL. Got 94. 380. Thank you, sir. Got 95 CKL at 380. Thank you. Got 96 is a PD. Got 96 is a PD. 390 asking. 90. 88. 70. Can I have 80? Thank you, sir. 80. 80. Got 96 to MC. Thank you. And MC got 97. And MC got 98 price 380. Thank you. This is the last one. Got 99. It's the last one. 90 and a half. I got 88 there. Can I take some there? Yeah. 88 to Ranfa and Global there for 20 or 900. Yes. And 90. Thank you, sir. 390 MC and all MC. Thank you very much. Kabu big one. Let me have it here. Start me here. Okay. 17 will be. Can I have 80? Thank you, sir. 2. There. 382 to Gokal and Shai there for 20. Thank you. Yes. And that's the thing. I don't know what. Alright, here. 82. 82 for 3 to MJ and LED there for 20. Thank you. Go for the PF1. Big here. Big. 104. Can I start with 80? 80 someone? 80?
Yes, sir. 80.
Alibi on 10, therefore. Thank you, sir. And 11.
No 80 here.
What's going on?
Yeah, all must go, sir. 80.
And it's going on 4.
Sir.
At 380.
Yes.
SPD got 13. SPD got 13. Can I just see? Can I have idea? Are you sharing MC? You, yeah, MC. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. John will be 220. John will be 220. Yes. Can I have 80 here? Or 20? Can I have 20? Can I have 20? 80.
24
No, 20. How much? Yes, I'll start there. 20, I'll start at 76. 76. 76. Low point. Thank you. Low point. 80. 80. 22. 80. 80. 80. That's earned 90 there for 20. Thank you. And 23. And 23. Asking 80. Can I have idea?
Why there is a change?
24. 380 on 20. Asking for 5. Asking for 5.
Maybe many buyers.
Someone. About 29, asking for 90. 390, can I have 5? 85. Can I start 2? Can I start 2? 82, sir. Madam, make it equal. How much are you going to do? Can I have 8 here? I'll start at 7. 29, 377, to run fast. Selling, or 29, thank you. Yes. And he's going on, or 30, 377, to run fast, thank you. And got 31, 377. Then on this PD, bed, got 40, got 40, beds. Can I have 5 here? Can I have 5? I can start 50. 46. Run for make it 50. 50 anyone. 46, got 39. Any better? I'll sell. Got 39, 346, to run for, and going on, sir. I mean, madam. 46, got 40, to run for, thank you. 46, got 41, to CKL. 42 is 346 to CKL. 43, 346 to CKL. 346 got 44 to CKL. Thank you. Got 45 is the last one. 70 asking. 70, 70, 20 here, got 45. 62. Can I start at 65? Can I start at 65? 62 on bed. 5 looking for. 62, got 45. 362, run far with? Zeros there for 20. Thank you. Yeah. 362, run far going on. With global there for 20. Thank you very much.
$390, 88, 385, 82. For interest at the PF1 stage, 380 starts on the BP1, not 92. 380, 380 that is GTC and COFT. Thank you, and lot 93 is at PF1, 366, 66, 623, 360, no interest.
I'll do 50, sir.
Not at 50, so I'll meet you at 55.
I'll give it to you, sir. 5.
5. Not at 75, so I'll meet you at 80. Meet you at 87. 77, lot 00, 377. 377, that is GTC. Yeah. Also 377, that is 2LAB. On lot 1, Entora. 385. 82, give me 380. Lot 2. 380, I'll sell lot 3.
Now for chloride is 370.
I'll meet you at 78, sir. 37.
Send 3 to me.
76. 1 o'clock, sir. 76. 375. 375. 375. Lot number 2. Lot number 3. 375. 375. That is Ktda.
Yeah.
Ktda lot 4.
If I may go back, lot number 2, 375, that is to Kofti. All to going on lot number 4, 375.
Okay, go with it.
Division, sir.
Yeah, all out.
Boka, one more, sir.
Yeah, go on.
375, Boka. Kofti is on lot 5, lot 6.
Okay.
375, that is 2 Kofti. Lot number 7 is PF1. 330. 330, then that is GTC.
Yep.
12, CKO comes back.
All time.
That is CKO.
All time.
CKO goes on. Then PD. 350. 344. Okay, on what? 344, that is FJC. 850 here. 50 I need. I could do 48 of those. Yeah. 48 start. 50. 52. 4. 354. 354 to the last bar. That's 1. 44 and 4. I will go and 5. That means 5. Make it 7. Not very 4. 10. 10. 1. Not 21. 210. 210 at the moment. Not 21. Any further bits? 210. That is 2 CKL, not 1. 2. 4. Oh. 244, that is 2 CKL. Gentlemen, and 25 minimum. Make it 30. 30, 30. 230. 232, 34, 6, 8, 40.
There is what I would call absolute transparency. Because the price agreed on in the auction room, everybody in the room takes notes, and that is fine. So there are no underground deals. Our brokers, our buyers, we do are very, very open and transparent in this case, which I think France is perfect. And when the brokers, they normally test the tea and give you a feedback for it, isn't it? When they tell you these are the areas to create, they are very, very experienced, here, having worked in the factories, and now downstream. So we see a reality provided by the producers, the industry. They tell you, look, this tea has been bad, this tea is like this, please take their price. They are very experienced. Yeah, the other thing I can tell you is that using the Mombasa Tea Auction Center, which is basically the biggest tea auction center in the world today, you are able to realize the best price, you are able to realize the global price. You know the mechanism, isn't it? You can always tell where you are here. Otherwise, when selling your teas alone, you might lose out. You know where there is competition, you are able to see the international prices in the ocean. That's the advantage. Emphasize you continue using the ocean center for your teas all the time for your own benefit. Please roll up.
So before Mr. Odit talks to you, I'd like to mention to you the 2 program tabs. This gentleman is from Common Credit, from 3 brokers in South Africa. These are the 2 brokerage firms who handle royalties mainly. We have some other 2 brokers who sell royalties. One of them is still selling, the one which is Venus, sells some royalties. And there's another one known as ATV, still very promote, but these are the major brokers who handle royalties. So they know what to produce. They know what you should do. That's why I did for them.
Maana nyinyi ni watu wazuri, Mungu aliona huruma akawatupia a rich soil. Your soil is very good and the teas do very well. Okay, when you are given liquors, tea liquors from Rwanda, you like them because I think in the Mombasa auction, they are the brightest. It's the brightest, and even the money you are getting is because they are bright. So keep up that brightness. But I want to tell you the secret of where you are losing a few cents. And you say, I want to buy this. Why? Can you pass it around? Tell me which one you buy. If you want to buy. Which one will you buy? Which one?
I buy this one.
You buy this one on this side. I pass it. Which one will you buy? Now I want you to tell me why you want to buy that one. The one on this side. See that? But I want to tell you the secret. Now, the secret I want to tell you, these are the things we sold last week. Black one, because it is black from outside, but inside nobody knows until you taste, until you infuse. It got the price of $3.92, $3.92.
Wikichai uko mtiona rumukara cyo mukuba ngo byo bahise mu ngufu. Kigira agaciro kumeza kugisogona. Rero ngo iki cyaguzwe kimwe gishike amadolari 3.90.
And that is Kenya tea.
Kandi mtimi cyake.
So kwa nje Kenya tea ni nzuri, lakini ukiingia ile ndani you are reading them there. Sasa hii nyingine, the one you have left, you are saying is not good enough. It has got the best liquor.
Ikicyambere rero iki navuze ko sikiza ngo nicyo cyabaye kiza mu busogongera.
When this one sold $3.92,
igihe iki cyavuga 3.92,
Rwanda Kitabi sold $4.25. Big of a coffee. So if you would have improved the leaf to be like this, if you have improved the leaf to be like this one here, you have seen, and maintain the liquor, you will be getting $5. You don't want money. You want money. You want money? Yes. But hiyo fiber.
Mkuremo hizi fibre.
Umesikia? Remove the fiber.
Mkuremo hizi fibre zilizochika.
How many will go work and work hard?
Mbona wana hiyo matatu sio leo kueleza kutoa. Batendo kueleza. Mbona tu?
Can I get a secret?
Kwa sababu ni baba.
You know I worked in Ktda. I was a factory manager in Ktda factories.
We are called the Ktda factory.
Who is the manufacturer of this one?
Waninde ukoli chichari.
Ktda, they are plucking in the field. They are plucking 2 leaves and a bud.
Muri Ktda basoroma amababi abiri no hejuru yake.
Sio 2 leaves and a bud na mkia.
2 leaves and a bud.
2 leaves. That is what is giving us this black tea. 2 leaves and a bud. Bud means the young one.
Yes, the young one.
That's what gives us this. Sorry. So you see where you are losing money? Do you see where you are losing money? How many are sea growers here? All of you? Yes. Now, which factories? Mata. Kisakura. Kitabi. Hii inafanya mzuri. Yeah, this is what is letting you people down. The leaf. If the leaf can be black as this one, nobody will see you. You'll get the best prices in our Sawa. And go and improve. We shall be coming there to the factories to see whether what we have talked is producing any fruit. And if it is producing fruit, the people who enjoy the fruit are you, not us. Feel welcome. We would have liked to see you tasting tea, but because of time, we are not going to hold you. But feel welcome and feel free. This is your home. Once you have left Rwanda and you are in Mombasa, the brokers who are selling your teas, that is where you have a home to stay. If you are sick, you tell them I'm sick. If you are hungry, you tell them you are hungry. Thank you very much.
We represent Rwanda, Burundi, Tanzania, Uganda, Kenya, and Malawi. This band is from Kenya, from somewhere called Mapwe, Central Province. There's my colleague over there. So Kilonzo, I think you saw him selling today in the auction.
Yes.
I've prepared a small document for you because I understand you don't have a lot of time. You have basically seen one aspect of what a tea broker does, which is what happens in the auction room, which is the selling side. There is this part I'm sure that you have not had an opportunity to see, which is basically our day-to-day activity of evaluating the quality of the tea that comes from the factories in present. Basically what determines the prices in the auction and in the international market is the quality of the tea. Even for a layman, some things are easy to see. You will get an opportunity to go across and see some of the teas that come from Rwanda. Basically what happens when the tea comes from Rwanda is that it comes to a warehouse. We are given a 4 kilo sample. 4 kilos, yes. Yeah. That 4 kilo sample is split into smaller units, which are sent to the buyers you saw seated there. Okay. Every buyer tastes the tea that is sent, and based on their evaluation, on the tasting and everything else, the broker also retains a sample which he also tastes, and that enables him to also place a valuation on the tea. When we get to the auction eventually, the market forces determine the price mechanism. The broker may choose to sell or choose to withdraw the tea,
depending on whether the price he's getting from the buyer community is lower than his expectation. However, the broker has to ensure that he gives best value to the farmer.
Nyamara icyo agomba kureba cyane umukomisiyoneri nuko umuhinzi cyangwa w'icyayi abona igiciro cyiza.
Because the broker's remuneration, the broker's money also comes from the price that we get from the auction.
Kubera ko nabo bahembwa bakurikije igiciro babonye mu cyabura.
We are purely commission agents. So if a tea sells at $1, I get a percentage of that $1. If it sells at $4, then I'm also benefiting, just like the farmer eventually. I'll now give you an opportunity to just have a look at some of the teas. I don't know whether you've had a chance to do this before.
Yes, in our country.
In your country? Yeah. All right. For all of you?
No. Most
of you have. All right. There are 3 parameters that we look at. And we start with what we call the leaf. The leaf needs to be black, free of the brownish fiber, and true to type. When we say true to type, we mean a PP1 needs to be a PP1. And as I was saying, sometimes even for a layman, it's easy to tell. What would you buy between these two?
This
one. You see, you're already a broker, so to speak. And this is what sells a tea. It's very easy because the buyers and the brokers evaluate the teas purely on quality. Because even in the auction room, they're in competition, they're supplying similar markets. And you have to ensure that you give your overseas client value for his money. For us, it's basically to encourage you to go back to the farmers and tell them the positive aspect of a good quality tea and the importance of uplifting the poorer quality tea. You have already met 2 brokers, so I think I will give you an opportunity to also ask me a question based on what you have seen in the auction. Black. What determines leaf quality? The leaf quality. You see, in Kenya, the Ktda standard is 2 and above. The two top leaves and the back. Yes.
And you have not
now that and plus the plucking cycle. After how long do you pluck?
Yes. There is no impact in
Sorry? It all starts from the field all the way to the factory. Of course, even in the factory, there are aspects that could reduce, that could reduce the blackness of the tea. The withering, for instance, the duration within which you wither, the dryers that you are using, the temperatures that the dryer is operating at, those are also aspects. Even the sorting machines themselves. If you oversort, you get a brown because you lose the blackness. It becomes grey.
So, ngo nawe aravuze ati kandi nakoze ko ariko tubigenza bitewe n'uko bidasa. Arabwira ati nanone bishobora guterwa n'izindi mpamvu zindi secret usoromera secret nanone ni imashini nuko icyayi gikorwa mu ruganda iriya process yose ibyo byose no gutransport byose murabizi.
nakongeraho cyane handling nayo kuva mu murima ho wasoromeye ushobora gusoroma neza ariko ugahandling arifu nabi kwa kuri mugenda muzira mu mifuka mubikandagira itangira kuba process ikiri mu ishyamba itaragera muri factory, so za leaves and bud wasoromye nziza ziba degraded zitaragera ku ruganda. Handling nayo ni ikibazo.
Transportation is also very important. Yes. You don't step on it like this, so that the fruit withering process also starts. If you step on it, you're breaking the leaf, and the chemical wither has already started. So despite the fact that you have plucked two and a bud, you're already undergoing chemical withering under uncontrolled circumstances.
birumvikana ngo rwose rero nibyo gutwara icyayi ntabwo mugomba kukigahindura umutsindagire kugira ngo gikwire mu modoka hanyuma n'ibyo byose.
Any other questions?
No question. That's fine.
So come to see how to test.
Oh, you don't know. Well, I said that basically what we look at is the leaf quality. We look at the infusion, like, let me just do here. Which do you prefer? Which is good? This one is good. Yes, exactly. And you can also tell, because if you look at the leaf quality of these two teas, which one is better? This one. Exactly. So this tells you that this underwent a poor manufacture process than this one. The leaf quality also from the farm and the handling process all the way to the time it came here was mishandled. Now after we look at those two parameters, then we come to the liquor. It's I don't know who among you is a taster here. There's no taster.
Just show them how it goes.
The cup quality. I don't know whether there are any. I will challenge one or two of them because I think there might be.
Dushyushya amashyi rwose tunywa amashyi menshi.
Icyayi cy'u Rwanda rero ku bwiza bwacyo hari kamere y'ubutaka bwacu. Iyo ni nacyo rero bamugani bavuga mu Gifaransa. Natural gift y'u Rwanda. Umuntu agomba kongeraho akerera. Science, technology. Gukora icyayi ntabwo ari ibintu byo guhimbiraho. Formula irazwi. Abakora ubushakashatsi bazi ko igiti bita icyayi kugira ngo kizagere mu gikopo hari ibintu kigomba kunyuramo. Ibyo mwaje kwiga rero. Nishimiye ko mwaje muri abantu bakwiye batibuze icyayi cyo mu Rwanda. Ubwenge mubanya hanga mugende mu bikire kandi igihe nyirahari cyose icyo muzakenera aho muri hose mu Rwanda muzajye mwese aho ku isoko rimeze igihe ndandiremo buri Rwanda no kabiri kwa mbere ugurisha muri second grade kwa kabiri mwagibona so isoko ryose bandisi buri cyumweru isoko rishaka bandisi.
Is low like now, we use the bare minimum of the management staff. So that's the team I have now. And I think thank you for coming to Kabaa. We aim to get the tea to the factory at least before 6 hours are over after it was packed.
Bakora ku buryo icyayi kigera nibura mu masaha 6. You have a potential to use organic manure. So I'm saying why and the organic, when you use organic manure, you have many chances to get better prices internationally. So why and you grow also, you have animals. So why are you not using the organic manure since it has many advantages?
Yeah. Everybody is going to add that, but as you know, getting organic manure enough for a tea plantation is quite a challenge. Organic manure is very expensive. Even those who have tried, they have tried only on a small piece of their farm. The inorganic fertilizer that we use responds faster and it's more friendly to use. But the way it's going, we may finally end up using only the organic manure, but we are not yet there, but we are heading there because getting enough organic manure is quite a challenge.
Muri make kugira ukoreshe ifumbire y'imborera bitoroshye kugira ngo ubone ifumbire yagiye gukwirakwiza mu mirima y'ibyayi. Ikibazo gitekerezwa gukoraho ubushakashatsi ariko kugeza ubu kiracyari ikibazo kubona kantite ihagije. Ariko ikindi kintu gito nakongeraho nuko umukoresha ifumbire y'imborera si kenshi usanga ibigize bizwi neza. Mu gihe ifumbire mvaruganda imyunyu niba ari ifite formine imyunyu irimo ibizwi.
Good morning everyone. Good morning. Yeah, my name's Moses Koge. I am Tea Extension Officer. Welcome.
Hapa
we welcome you here
ili tusome na nyinyi mtuambie vile mnaendelea huko na ukulima kitunguri
hano wao kitunguri
na hii shamba mmetembelea sasa ni ikali, kwa vile mmekaribishwa msome na sisi mtuambie vile mliganishe vile mnafanya kwenu, ndio tubadilishe mawazo.
Ni ukuvuga ngo ni kugeza kuri 28. Akavuga nimero ye, uyu nguyu akandika muri kano kamashini, iyo yanditsemo ahita azi izina rya nyir'icyayi. Noneho yamara kuzamo akamubaza se ufite imifuka ingahe, mbese arabanza akamubaza iryo zina niba arizi, akamubwira ufite imifuka ingahe, akabyandikamo hano mu mashini. Akarangiza akamubwira ati noneho tangira ushyireho umufuka wa mbere. Bamara gushyiraho umufuka wa mbere, uyu nguyu directement ahita abona ibirari bingahe, ariko nawe akamubwira mwese mukareba kugira ngo uyu nguyu ataza kuvuga ngo nyina afite 12 hano bihita bikoreshwa
no mu ruganda
n'uwa kabiri n'uwa gatatu. Noneho yamara kumubwira imifuka yose amara kuyikora agahita akomanda print,
kandi no mu ruganda naho baba
no mu ruganda byageze.